Hey, what's up guys? My name is Sean Hill. I'm a college portrait and art nude photographer based in the US, and today I just wanted to bring you a quick tutorial on editing photos with a green screen. Now, I opened up my image in Camera Raw. I pulled up the exposure just a little bit and the clarity too, because when you're shooting in RAW and you bring an image into the RAW editor, you always want to make sure that you pull up that sharpening and clarity just a little bit to give it some nice edges. Now open up that image. Now that it's open, we can see the model here, a good friend of mine, Alexis Kelso. The green screen behind her is a lot more lit up because I pulled out the shadows and the blacks in Camera Raw, and it's a lot more easier to select with the quick selection tool. Drag it around her body. You'll notice I missed a little area by her arm, but that's alright because I'm going to show you how to fix that. And then head up to the select at the top of your toolbar, click select and mask. And then what you're going to want to do is click the Refine Edge brush tool on the left hand side and just click and drag it around the area that you missed to select it. Then at the drop down, click New Layer with Layer Mask and press OK. After you're done that, you're going to want to delete that background because we no longer need that. Click on your layer mask and press Control-I or Command-I if you're on a Mac. Alright, now you can see clearly that the background behind her is gone, but we still have some of that green right there by her arm. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the brush tool and paint with black. That should get rid of that green there and make it a lot easier to see that erased background behind her. You can also use the lasso tool to select an area, but I find it's easier just to get in there with the brush tool and click on where I need to delete. It gets it a lot cleaner. And we're going to finish that up right there. Now we can fit on screen. If you haven't deleted your background yet, just make sure that that's deleted because we don't need it anymore, and create a new layer. Drag it down to the bottom underneath your image. Press edit. I don't know why I clicked on filter there. Press edit, fill 50% gray, and press OK. There, now we can see those green areas, those outlines just a little bit better that are left over. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to press on our image and click hue and saturation. Where it says master, we're going to click on greens, drag the saturation all the way down, and bring the lightness up just a little bit. Now you can see that a lot of that green behind her hair and around her creating that hue is gone. It's not perfect, but it works. Here's another tip real quick to help get rid of some of those edges. If you can see there's just a little bit of gray sticking out, we can click on the mask, go up to filter, other, and then minimum. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure that's set to around 2, 1, and that should delete some of that edge around her. Also make sure that the area where it says preserve is set to squareness and not roundness. That just gets rid of a little bit of that area. And then we can press OK. That's pretty good for now. That background behind her is now a solid color. It's a good color. You can still see a lot of that hue. So if you're a beginner photographer, what I recommend doing is going to the Camera Raw editor now, playing with it a little bit, and changing the color to gray. That way you'll get a nice image. You can change the shadows, the blacks, and everything works out perfectly. And you can't even tell that this was a green screen image. It looks like it was shot on a solid wall. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more of my work, subscribe to my Patreon. The link is in the bio, and you can check out this photo shoot and so many others. Thank you. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe.